Morning, River. River just woke up. So,
Talk to mommy.
and she just talked to mommy. Today is Sunday, and I don't know if we have any plans for today, but yesterday evening we made the attempt to install the Nest thermostats. So, um, first of all, we had to remove the existing thermostats. Now, these were, I guess they could be considered dual thermostats. They could control a heat pump or a conventional system. The wiring for the system was run through and connected to all the conventional
Why don't you show the
connections.
best things to the camera?
I'm going to in B-roll. I'm going to overlay it.
The
So I took a picture of that, and then I removed all those wires and pulled that system off. Nest gives you a little labeling indicator that you can put on each wire, so you know what it was previously, which slot it went into, what it was previously labeled. So I did that, and then we had some holes that we needed to refinish. So we pushed in that damaged drywall, and Carolyn went over, spackled it, and we dried it with a hair dryer really quick just to get that taken care of, and sanded it down smooth, and then touched it up with some paint that we had that matched the walls here. And then once we were done with that, we were able to feed those wires through that round disc, and then screw that into the wall, and connect all the wiring up the way it was originally shown in the dual thermostat and under the conventional setting, even though we have a heat pump. So we set that up, stuck the Nest on there, logged in to the app, and created all that. Went through the whole rigmarole of the setup and everything. Turned it on cool, and we were getting hot air blowing out of the registers. The Nest is a piece of crap. It's heating when it's supposed to be cooling, and it's cooling when it's supposed to be heating. It's got our heat pump all confused. Carolyn's on hold with customer service trying to get it figured out. So angry. Should work. So this is a problem when you're trying to cool and you're getting hot air. So Carolyn did some research real quick online. They said to do a test, switch it to heating mode, and we did that. It cycled through, went into heating mode, which was actually pumping cold air out of the ducts.
Well, that's what you want.
Not in heating mode. So then we called customer service. They answered. Yeah. Well, the customer service guy redeemed Nest and was very helpful, and got us switched up. What happened is
Nothing.
the conventional, the conventional wiring was wired up here, and I put in the W where it was, but it needed to be in the OB setting. So we moved it down and reconnected it, and we're good to go. So we're cooling and cooling. He sent an email to Carolyn based on the system, and she responded with the image that we took of how everything was originally it's like wired up. He knew right away that because it was a heat pump, even though it was in the conventional wiring diagram, that actually that W1 wire was in reality an OB wire. So I had to move that W1 into the OB setting for the Nest by taking that Nest cover off, pulling the wire out, putting in the new OB setting, putting the Nest back on, switching to cooling mode, and after a little bit of time, we kicked back into cooling mode, and so now everything is operating as it should be. Frustrating process, and really it was my error in the way that wire was connected. I was interpreting that row to be the the settings, but it was in reality referring to a designation below that. So once we moved that down, it was all good. So we've got 2 of those running now, and we'll have to see how well they do, and if anything changes with our power bill. Connected to Wi-Fi, and you can check them from the app, change stuff, set up schedules, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see how it impacts our energy bill and comfort level. Silly girl.